Hey everybody, gonna do another 5-3 blitz. My last two aborted the games as I was trying to record, so just resetting here. Alright, cool. So I'm gonna play e4. I am at 1970 now, been climbing pretty steadily recently. As you guys know, I've been trying the King's Indian attack when they play d6, or it even kind of works fine against e6. It's all good. Because I played against when people play e6 on the first move, I think it works fine. But I think I do want to do this first, so if he takes, I'll take back with e4. And this is definitely a good way to learn how to play. Just play it as speed chess. See what your first instincts are, but then kind of study it a little bit as well. And let's see, there was a player in my club who taught me some of the basics of this opening because she plays it a lot. And she's really good. She's like 1900 or so. So she is a great player to learn from. So some ideas I could start pushing here. I move my rook over so I can bring my knight to f1, and then maybe h2, g4, depending on how this king attack goes. I could even get ready to push this pawn forward. I think it's a little too soon though. Here, he jumps in here or here, and then I have too many defenders there. I think I'm going to slide back. I've got enough defense here. If the rook slides over, I would just go here, I think. Now the question is, yeah, I think it works here. If I push, he slides back, I bring my bishop out now. That's why I wanted to move my knight out of the way. So let's see if this works. I have some ideas of moving this and potentially having my bishop on this long file, diagonal. Yeah, okay, so that makes sense. I've still got two defenders on this. I could push him away at any time. But I might want to go here first. So if he pushes, I'll push and then bring my bishop on the same diagonal where I can take with tempo on the queen. Now I'm just going to move my queen out of the way. Nothing else is too concerning. If he comes here, I'll take with my knight. And then that pawn becomes a little squished. I think I'll just get my knight over here and start bringing him out. So again, if he pushes here, I think c4, knight would then pretty much be trapped. Now that I think about it, this knight is almost trapped, so maybe this is a fine move. This might have been a waste. Because if I push here, c4, knight has to go here. That's the only square it has. But I can't, then he'll be able to jump there, so I can't do it yet. I think I have to do this first. I am creating a bit of a target over here, but could be worth it. He'll probably just push here. If he does, I'll just continue with my kingside attack. Okay, this knight is gone now, I think. Unless I'm missing something. Okay, he created a square now. Okay. But I could get a little bit of space. He comes back, I come up. I think. If he goes there, maybe I did miss that. Yeah, that makes sense. Attacking both of these. Maybe that move was a little bit too quick. I've got 4 defenders here, but I'm going to move on. So let me come here, see if he makes a weakness. I'm planning to push this pawn, get his knight away. Okay, there's the weakness I wanted. Here, because I can swing over here now to defend. But I think I want to get ready to... This is protected twice right now. Might be fine to just do this, but then I have to worry about moving this. So maybe not yet. I want to try to break through here if possible. I might have missed that this is undefended, so I want to slide here as soon as I can. This might have been too soon. Yeah, you could come up here. I'll take with pawn, with knight. Kind of have to. He can take my bishop now. Unless I have an intermediate move, which I might. If he didn't have so much pressure on my bishop. So yeah, maybe bringing the rook here could have been good. Or at least just sliding my bishop out of the way. Any one of those would have been fine. Yeah, he's got a lot of pressure coming in here now. And this is hanging. So yeah, I think I have to come here. Well, I could come here first. Seems fine. He can't come in there yet. I'll just slide up and then he has to move one of these pieces. I may push here next, or just bring my other knight in. This bishop's a little stuck behind this pawn, so a very defensive mode right now. I do want to see where this rook goes, or if he decides to come in here first. This rook move was fine, actually, looking at it now. I had two defenders on it. Okay, bishop, he can slide up either here or here with check. I think I have to take... Wait, I could take here, right? And then he comes in here. I slide up. Check. I don't know. I'm going to try it. But here, move up. Check, I would just take the bishop. So if he goes here, he'll have two pieces under attack. Okay. So now I can just take here. Oh, check. Okay. But he did lose a piece. So I can't take there yet. Because of that, that's a nice move. I'm going to slide over here. You could take this pawn, which is annoying, but I want to trade off this rook, start to ease things up. This bishop is kind of very defensive right now. Can't come past this pawn chain yet, unless he starts to break it open. But I am up a piece, I think. It's actually an exchange. He got my bishop and my knight for his rook. But if I can exchange this powerful piece, maybe I can still win this. If he slides away, I'll take the rook. If he takes the rook, I take back. I have the open file. I can't take this, I don't think. Because, yeah, okay, so let's take... Take the rook, get him out of the way. I want to get rid of this knight. If he comes in here, I slide over, attacking both. It's not checkmate with his knight here because I have this square. This pawn is kind of stuck here if I slide over, because if it ever comes up I can en passant, and then this pawn is weak, leaving the bishop to get stuck to it. Let's just cover up this hole. It does kind of stick my knight there though. I guess I have no choice. Defensive knight, defensive bishop. I do have to defend this square too. So if he comes here, I might come here now. No, here's fine, because I'll have tempo on the knight. Strange pawns. I'd like to come here, but I'll get a weird pawn structure. Both these will be doubled up, but this kind of becomes stuck. I think he's going to come here, whereas I would come there. No, I wouldn't, because check wins the queen. If I take, he takes my queen. So if he does go there, I will slide over or up. No, I can't up. Still a bad square there. I think I just want to get behind this pawn, which is tough for him to defend. So I'll slide here, slide here. I don't think he can defend that, depending on where he goes. He does have 45 seconds. Once I slide here, maybe I can think about things like that at some point. To worry about mate, I cover it for now, but not forever. Okay. Now maybe I'll slide here. Maybe not. Maybe I'll slide here. Maybe just the rook. We'll go the rook for now. Not crazy about it, but I want to defend this pawn. I've taken away my safe square of my king, but he has no time. Now I push here and then try to win this pawn. This is protected 3 times. He's attacked 3 times. Okay, let's win the pawn. There's no mate here yet. This doesn't win anything, does it? This is protected. I think he just gave up the pawn. I have to come here to defend him coming there. I mean, I didn't have to do that, I guess. Okay, I can't easily move this. Let's see, how do I move that knight? He's got 8 seconds. Let's just slide back maybe. Play it slow. Maybe I'll slide here and then bring the knight in to defend mate. Check. Need to move quick, but I'm just going to come here. He comes check. I come up. Attacking his queen. It's all defended. Check is defended. This queen is defended if my king gets too far away. Yeah, I think I was fine there. But let's see with the engine off. Oh, it says he's way ahead. I felt okay. Maybe it was just the time pressure from him. But yeah, I didn't play something perfectly. I think my bishop move was probably the worst move. This is all standard. Ah, I do that every video. I'm not even, I can't even possibly click on that screen the way that my window is. How did I click that? I think this is all normal. The push seems fine. This seems fine. I wonder why I was so far behind. What I'm referring to is it said -11 at the very end there. Maybe that last move that allowed his checks, there was some sort of series of checks that was tough to see in 10 seconds for him. This was preemptive. I think better, instead of going for this, this is kind of like a small term plan, I think. I need something better over here. Maybe I'm fine in the middle, so maybe just start pushing. This is defended. This is defended 3 times. Start pushing these pawns, I think. It's probably the better plan. Yeah, this wasn't very good. I mean, this was a weakness, but I never exploited it. All it really did was give him a way out from any back ranks later on. I don't know why he... So yeah, maybe I just take back. No, I couldn't take back. I had to take here. This fork was too strong. That's why him getting my bishop off that diagonal was a good idea. I wasn't scared of the passed pawn, because this passed pawn's falling, which I eventually got it. I think he was just in time pressure here. I could have even taken here, but I wanted my knight to come out. Now from here, I think pushing is fine. Limit this bishop. I wasn't really sure. From here, I mean, was there a mate? Let's see. Check. Check. I don't see anything. It puts him so far ahead. How's he on 11? I'm up a piece. A couple of pawns. A pass pawn. Maybe it's not that check there. Maybe it's something else. I don't see it. Let's see what the engine says. It says I'm up to 2 blunders already. Man, the things an engine finds. I was ahead until this move? Bishop d4 is a blunder? Let's see the very end. Mate in 23? Who can find that in 10 seconds? Oh, I didn't even see he's going to win that night. That's pretty bad. If I go here, he'll eventually come... Mate in 23. Wow. Okay, so yeah, like I said, this was probably the bad move. I was ahead. I need to do something. How do I improve my position? Win a piece. I think he would win my rook if I took the bishop. I don't like my queen so far away, but alright, I want to see the beginning, the good stuff. This is all Sicilian French, King's Indian attack. Didn't like knight f1, I liked e5 first. I guess maybe this hole. Jump up here. I don't know. I need to learn more theory about it, I think. I didn't like a3. Again, I think that was a small time plan. Yeah. It did like going here. And it says to let him take. Well, this is an option. Yeah, I think... I did say this in the game. I think coming here was better. Prevents the knight from coming in here easily. I mean, it doesn't really if he comes here. Take. Just kind of removes any plans he has. G4 was bad move. I agree with that. And I think he could have come here because if I take, he takes here. I just lose a piece. Takes. Yeah, it wanted me to come here instead. Takes, kind of cover this square. But I would have been down. It's funny the things you see afterwards. Yes, we're looking at an engine, but some of these ideas were present when I was playing. I didn't know what else to do here. It says -7. Wow. It hates my position. What was his blunder? Because I was at +2. Oh. Yeah, he gave up a knight. He was ahead for some reason, so many points. Pawns-wise, even pawns, 7 on 7. I'm actually going to be up a pawn. So it's like the traditional rook pawn versus knight bishop sack, and it still says I'm way down. You got me on this one, guys. Knight f3, clearly a blunder. And then luckily he didn't have enough time for the mate in 22. which I guess we can play out. But I think the main idea is he'll be winning his piece back here with taking the knight. Checks. Mate in 13. I have to take here apparently. Mate in 10. Did any of you guys see it yet? I don't see the mate yet. It's starting to come together. Mate in 3. Okay. I could probably find mate in 2.